Friends, I Dr.Ashwin Dobariya welcome you to Programming in C practical video series. This is the first practical video in which we'll discuss the common error in C programs and its solution. Friends, in previous theory video we discussed that how we can write any C programs and which are the section we have to write in any C programs. But before we move to the writing actual C program, we discuss about certain common errors in C programs and which are its solution. So once you know that, then it will be easy for you to write the actual C programs without any errors. So in this video we will see the total 8 different types of errors. You can say it's a common error. Generally at the initial phase you are doing this kind of mistakes, but once you have a very good practice about the C programs, then I think this kind of error will not generate. But initial stage I have identified few common errors that generally students are doing in their programming. So first is statement missing, like a semicolon, then undefined symbol. You have used a variable but you have not declared, and undefined symbol in case of wrong spelling of variable, compound statement missing like curly brace, multiple declaration of same variable, declaration syntax errors, not added header file properly, and function call missing statements like you forgot to mention the parenthesis, and unterminated string like you have not properly terminated string. This is the first video and at least you should aware about that these are the common mistakes and what is the solution of. So let's discuss one by one error with the practical. So first it's a statement missing semicolon error. At the beginning I think you will also face this kind of errors in C. Remember friends, in C language in a block each and every statement end with the semicolon. Sometime if you forget to mention the semicolon, compiler will generate this kind of error, statement missing semicolon. So let's see the practicals in Turbo C directly so you can understand this concept very well. This is simple programs, and if we see, this is our documentation part. After that we have mentioned two header files, stdr.h, conio.h. Why we have to include these, that we'll discuss at the later stage. Then here I have written very simple programs, and one thing is that whenever you write a C program, the main function is must, because the C program compiler start the execution of the program from main. So void main, what is the meaning of void, that we'll discuss in terms of UDF, but here right now you just remember void means this function does not return anything. You might see in the Google or in some ready-made programs, here it mentioned the integer. So here generally at the end it mentioned the return 0, right? So generally what the function does, function always returns something, and when function returns something then you mention the data type, otherwise void. Right now at the beginning phase we'll write a void main, then the curly brace indicate the starting of the programs and this ending curly brace. Inside that we have to write our program. This is very basic programs where we want to calculate the sum of two numbers. So here I have declared two variables, one is x and initialize 5, and another variable y initialize 3, and z is the third variables. Right now we have initialized 5 and 3 directly to these variables, and after that CLRS here, these clear screen functions clear the previous output of your programs and it display the fresh output, you can say. So main use of CLRS here function is to clear a screen. We'll see the practical also. Suppose if you do not mention this, if I make this statement as a comment and if I execute this program, so the first output is value of Z8. Okay, again if I press Ctrl F9, it's second time, but see it display the previous program output also. Again, if third time I execute the every time if we want to remove our previous output and we want the fresh output, so here first it declare variables, and it is must in C, whenever you use any variable in your program you must declare first before it is used in your program. Here we have used three variables x, y and z. So here it declared the all three variables integer. What is integer, that we will discuss at the later. Here I have initialize x is equal to 5, y is equal to 3, and initialize z, so z is equal to x plus y, and then we have printed the output z percentage z. This is very simple program. Now if I run this program, it display only one output. Again if I run this, display one output. So this is the use of clear screen function. Then next is the getch function, that we will see in the upcoming video what is the use of getch. Now here the first error, suppose if I forget to mention the semicolon over here like in expression, and if I compile this program, see it display one error, and when you enter any key, so statement missing. Generally here C gives a clear cut meaning of that error, statement missing. Which statement is missing? Semicolon. And one line pointer is also display highlighted line. Generally the error may be in the existing line or in above statement. So here semicolon we have mentioned, so there is no error over here. Then the above statement is z is equal to x plus y, and here there is a error. So you can mention semicolon over here. Now if you compile alter F9, there is no errors. So in that way, if you forget to mention semicolon anywhere, right, so it give a error like this in this. So this is the error. How you can solve it? You place the semicolon over here. So this is the things we can solve any errors in this. So in C, every statement end with the semicolon. If you forget, then it give me errors. Now second type of error, that is undefined symbol not declare a variable. In C there is a rules. Whenever you use any variables in your program, it must be declared at the beginning. So here see one statement like we want to calculate sum of x and y. Here I have declared only x and y variables. I have not declared z, but here I have used the z variable. So z is equal to x plus y. And if you print over here, it means we have used z variable without declaration. So it will give the errors like undefined symbol z. So first we have to define that variable with appropriate data type, then and then we can use it. If we do the practicals in this over here, right now alter F9, there is no error because we have declared the z also. Now if I remove that z from the declaration part, and now if I compile the program, it gives the error like undefined symbol z. Now how you can solve it? So just press enter key and see, whenever C gives any error, it is very descriptive error. See, the meaning itself say the solution undefined symbol z. It means z we have used, but it is not defined. So meaning is clear. We have to define or declare a z with the appropriate data type comma z. Now if you compile this, it will give you a zero error. So here solution is also given in the slide. Here the error is undefined symbol z, so the solution is declare z in the declaration part. Third errors, undefined symbol, it gives the error like undefined symbols, but sometimes you have written a wrong spelling. Here the example is like generally we have to write a printf, but here ntf, printf spelling is wrong over here. Then compiler will give error like that, undefined symbol. Which undefined symbol? PRIF. So PRIF, this is not any type of functions available in C. So how you can solve it? For that, do the practicals in Turbo C. If I write a wrong spelling over here, suppose print, and if I run this, okay, or suppose print like this, Alt F9, okay. Now see, right now it doesn't give any error, but when you execute this Control F9, it gives an error like this, undefined symbol, PRIN. Then how you can solve it? For that, we have to write the complete proper name of the function. So this is the third type of errors may occur in your programs if you write any wrong spelling in the programs. Now next, fourth number errors like compound statement missing. Every block of program start with function block. If we consider a function block, then it start with curly brace and it end with the curly brace. But suppose sometime you have written the starting curly brace, but you forget to mention the ending curly brace. So what is the solution for that? So solution is you have to close these functions with the closing curly brace. So if we do the practicals over here, right now Alt F9, there is no error. Suppose if I forget to mention this ending closing, you can say the closing bracket, then now see, if I compile this program, it gives the same error, compound statement missing. So how we can solve it? Even it also gives the solutions, which statement you have missed. So curly brace. So here you have to write closing curly brace, and now if you compile this program, it will solve these errors. So error number 4. Now fifth error, multiple declaration of variable. One rules in C programming is whenever you use any variable, it must be a declare. But again, one additional rules is that that particular variable must be declared only a single time. You cannot declare the same variable multiple times. So here see what I have done over here. Here x is declared as an integer and x is also declared as a float. Now what is the meaning of integer, float, why we have to declare this, that we will discuss everything in detail in our upcoming videos. So here see x is declared multiple times, so it gives the error like multiple declarations for x variable. Then what is the solution? You remove the multiple declaration of x, either you remove from integer or you remove from float, and you change the name, then it will solve this error. Let's see how we can do this. Here x is declared as an integer, and if I declare x as a float also, now if I run this, it gives a multiple declaration of x. So how we can solve it? So if I change the name like x1, so x and x1 both are different variable, then it will not give any kind of errors. Similarly, suppose if I declare y, and if you compile this program, then our error message is like that, multiple declaration for y. So in that way, the fifth rule say that do not declare any variable multiple times in the same program. Yeah, if function is changed, then you can give, because in one block of functions you cannot declare the same variable. But if the block is changed, it means suppose your program contain many UDF functions. Suppose if I write another UDF function like void demo, and inside this I can declare integer x and y both. So here in this case you can say here x and y are the local variable of main functions, and here x and y local variable for demo function. So in this case it will not give any error, right? So this is the things that you have to take care while you declare the variable in a C programs. Now let's say just remove this, and the error number 6, declaration syntax error. Sometimes suppose in this statement we can say the header file include statement. So header file include statement always start with the hash symbol, but suppose if you forget to write down hash symbol over here, then it gives the error like that, declaration syntax error. And many times it gives the declaration syntax if you declare a wrong. Suppose if you have declared the variables in between the program code, then again it violates the rules of C programming, then it gives the declaration syntax error. Then how we can solve in this program? So here hash symbol is required. If you add the hash symbol, it will. So let's see how we can do the practicals of this in a Turbo C. For example, if I forget to mention, or suppose if I mention semicolon over here, and if I execute this, okay, control F9, it execute right now, but here there is no meaning of semicolon, and it not consider this. Suppose if I forget a greater than symbol over here, Alt F9, now see it gives the no file name ending like this, right? So at least you have to add the header file in a proper manner. If I forget the hash symbol at the beginning, and if I compile this, then again it's a declaration syntax error over here. So we have to add the hash symbol. See, there are many ways which can create this kind of error. Suppose in between you have declare any variable like this, and if I run this, here also declaration is not allowed here. Remember one thing in C programming, all the variable must be declared at the beginning of the function block. Even within the block, anywhere we cannot declare any variable in programming C. We have to follow the structure of C language. First all variable must be declared, then and then we can start the other coding statement. So these things again you have to take care while you write the C program. Then 7th number error, function call missing. Function call missing means sometimes suppose you forget a bracket over here. Here if we write a printf, it means in parenthesis we are calling this function. Similarly, whenever we write any function like getch, it is also a function. If you forget to mention the parenthesis, right, then it gives the function call missing error. And how we can solve it? We have to complete the function statement with the parenthesis. How we can do practically? For example, if I forget this parenthesis over here, it means here we are calling the clr function. If I compile this program, it gives the expression syntax error. It means you have your expression is not a proper, then write down the bracket. Now here in printf, suppose if I forget to end this brackets over here, then if I compile this program, it gives the error function call missing. So here which thing is missing? So parenthesis. So in that way, suppose in a main function also, in main function if we forget to mention this, and if we compile this program, it gives main is unknown or a 0, or you can say the declarations error. So declaration is not proper of this function. So in that way, whenever you see any kind of error, first you properly read it, because C gives a very clear error message and its solution also. And the last type of error, see friends, in this video I have tried to identify a common error. I am not saying that only these 8 numbers of errors only occur during your program execution. It may be n number of errors may generate according to your code, but these are few common errors generally occur during your program execution, and specifically at the beginning level. Once you have completely know the syntax and everything of C programming language, then I think this kind of simple error will not occur in your program executions. So 8 type of error is like unterminated string errors, like in a in scanf function, generally string is mentioned in double quotation, and sometimes you have started the double quotation and you forget to end these double quotations with the string. So this statement generate error like unterminated string or character constant. So how we can solve it? So here we have started the double quotation and we have to end after the %d. So the correct statement is like that: scanf double quotation %d and double quotation. We have to over this. This is the solution of this error. Let's see the practicals over here. Like in a scanf, if I mention %d and if I forget to write double quotations over here and %x, and if I run this program, which will give error unterminated string. So here I have not terminated my string properly, and if I write a double quotation, it means now the format string is terminated properly. Now there is no any error. So in that way, friends, these are the common errors generally occur in the program execution of the C language. So I hope friends you enjoy this video, and in video description part it contains the all theory and other practicals video links for your reference. Kindly give your feedbacks and suggestion about the videos in a comment. For getting the updates of upcoming videos, please subscribe these channels and share and like this video and share with your friends, so they can also get the maximum benefit of this video. In next video we will see the first program of C language, the interchange to number using third variable. And specifically friends, in all videos specifically for practicals, I will explain how to develop the logic of these programs, and the code of whatever we discuss about that programs I will also give the link in our description part, so you can download the code and you can do the practicals at your home. So thank you everyone.